Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe. Now, there's two stories. Now, this one is the other one. I haven't done the video on it yet because I wanted to do something else with that said story. Now, for that particular video, the guy went into the dealership, tried to go purchase a Supra, right? And the dealership would not let him test drive it. See, that's your first red flag, especially if you're buying a used car. Now, anytime you're purchasing any kind of vehicle, you have to do your due diligence. Don't just assume the dealership is giving you a good product, because most of the time they're just trying to get the sale and they don't really give a shit about the condition of the car or if there's something wrong with it. If there's anything wrong with the vehicle, the dealership will do the most minimalistic thing for them to do to sell the car. But anyway, that's video is a different one, but I wanted to talk about it just a tad bit because it goes into this story where this person unknowingly purchased a stolen vehicle. All right, so the way that what happened is, somebody came in, traded in that vehicle, got paid for it, and then my boy over here goes and purchases that car. For some reason, like when they ran the VIN number, nothing came up, right? And then nothing also came up when they were going towards to register it with their DMV or whatever, services that they have for that particular state. Now, what he could have done to protect himself is, the VIN number is all over the place, right? There's certain places where they can't hide the VIN number, whether it's under the car or just different locations where the VIN number is pressed, so you can check, make sure all the VIN numbers match. There's also a VIN number that's linked into the engine chassis itself too, that you can check for yourself, make sure all those numbers check. Besides doing the background on the vehicle, you also got to make sure that this vehicle that you're purchasing is not stolen, especially in this case right here. And it's hot. It's so hot. And I got this heat lamp right here. Oh man. So anyway, let's go ahead and see the video. So let me go do that right now and turn the air on too, because it's hot. All right.
Driving. The thing is, he legit bought the car at a local dealership.
He sure did. Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Grace here. And Justin, he had the proper registration and the tags from the state.
Yeah, Karen, this recent college graduate did everything right, but still ended up with police at his home, his car taken away, and out thousands of dollars.
The car you driving there, where'd you get that car at? You got all your paperwork.
This is police body cam footage of the moment a Newton County Sheriff's deputy pulled into Demetrius Howard's driveway.
The car was right here.
That car stolen out of Ohio.
Honestly, I got scared when he said that, because then it was like, does he think I stole it?
Howard had purchased this Audi A6 7 months earlier from Evolution Cars in Conyers.
I've been paying my payments since I've had the car.
He's not got anything to do with you. You're not in trouble, I promise you.
By this point, Howard's mother showed up. Sure, this was just a misunderstanding, that showing the paperwork would solve it.
I showed him the date of purchase. I showed him, the tag.
Y'all clean as whistle. Only thing that's hurting you is I got to take it from you.
I just didn't even know how to process what they were saying.
A tow truck came and took the car. Police say it was reported stolen in March 2022 from a car dealership in Ohio before Howard ever purchased it in May. But it never showed up as stolen at the dealer or the Georgia Department of Driver Services.
It's not kicking on the system as stolen, but the vehicle is reported stolen.
You were driving around in a stolen vehicle
For months. Yes, sir.
It's scary because had he been on the streets or somewhere else, he would have automatically been deemed the person that, stole the car.
The problem for Demetrius Howard, neither the car dealership or the finance company would do anything about it. They say Evolution Cars repeatedly refused to give his money back.
It wasn't their problem. That's what they said. They're like,
Oh, I forgot to unmute my mic. Just like a crooked dealership, they don't want to acknowledge that they did any wrong, and they want to keep the money, even though they should have done their fucking job and make sure that all the cars that they have on their lot are legitimate cars and not stolen or anything like that, they need to fucking fire all their fucking mechanics and whoever is in charge of purchasing these vehicles from people. They need to fire. Some heads need to fucking roll. All right, some heads needs to roll. But anyway, let's go.
I guess you should get a lawyer.
This company right here is going to have to give you all your money back.
Even the sheriff's deputy thought Evolution Cars should have to make this right. So we went to ask them. You walked off with all the money. The customer, though, is the one with all the problems.
Well, I understand how you're portraying it that way. I see what you're trying to say.
Evolution manager Luis Diaz told me
is a
they
fucking
did
clown.
what the law requires.
We did a deal. We did everything with due diligence with the state of Georgia. What they
Nah, you did your due diligence, but you should have been more extensively, especially if you have a license to sell vehicles in that state. You got to make sure all the fucking numbers match. Check every single VIN number that's imprinted on that car. Make sure they all fucking match and it's the same one. And if you find one that's not matching, get rid of that car ASAP as soon as possible. Get that shit out of there. But this guy's a fucking clown. He don't want to give him his money back, even though they fucked up.
require from us to do to verify that this vehicle is not stolen.
We're being treated like we're the ones who stole the car.
We have to go through our own process and procedures within the state guidelines. If we don't do nothing wrong,
The state's not going to say you can't give a customer his money back.
Again, you're trying to portray it for me to have an answer on a question that you want to hear.
It's a question that matters an awful lot to Demetrius.
Nah, what we want to hear is we're going to do the right thing. We're going to give him his money back, give him the refund, and try to make him whole, or at least offer him another vehicle. Do something. Give him a credit. Give him a credit to purchase another car from you guys. Make it right. Make the customer whole again. But some of these fucking businesses, dude, they're fucking whacked as hell. They don't know how to treat people right. And it's very unfortunate.
Demetrius Howard, a new college graduate, carless for his daily work commute from Newton County into Atlanta for months now, and continuing to get threatening letters from the finance company.
The last one I got was last month, basically saying that I still owe monthly payments and saying that if I don't pay it, like the car is basically up for repossession, which I don't have the car, but it's still reported to my credit as if I do.
Some good news here. It's the finance company, Wells Fargo, who has finally stepped forward to make this right. Demetrius does not have the money back yet, but has come to an agreement with Wells Fargo where they say they will pay him back and, importantly, also get this taken off his credit report. Wells Fargo telling us in a statement, quote, "We were disappointed to hear about this unfortunate situation and are pleased to have been able to work with our customer on a resolution to make them financially whole in this matter."
Now, see, this is a huge win for Wells Fargo. But see, the problem is, here's where I have a problem with this. This is where, hold on, I'm frozen for some reason. I'll stay out of the frame, then screw it. So this is my whole reason. It shouldn't have to be people reporting to news. Like, the story didn't even need to get this big in order for this person to get taken care of. But sometimes that's the only way. But you're not gonna get any goodwill from anybody. You know, you're not getting any goodwill from me. I mean, yes, you did do the right thing, but your hand has to be forced first before you can do the right thing. Now, if Wells Fargo had just taken care of the whole situation, if the dealership had done the right thing, do you think we would hear about this story? Do you think we would hear anything about this whole situations? No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't. The only reason why we're hearing about this is because nobody did the right thing. The customer wasn't taken care of. The dealership didn't take care of the customer. Wells Fargo was sending him letters. I'm sure they were fucking calling him like crazy, asking about when he's gonna make payment and blah blah blah. But so I still will give them their credit for stepping up and doing the right thing. I'm gonna give them that. But Evolution Cars can go fuck themselves. They should have taken care of the customer. They should have at least offered him some sort of discount on the next purchase or whatever. And the fact that they didn't do their due diligence enough to make sure that they don't have stolen cars in their lot you know, that's a whole other thing too. But anyway.
Okay, so Justin, the dealership here, not financially responsible for any of this.
Well, some big new news on that, George. Just in the past few days, Demetrius's mother called us on Friday, told us they took the dealership to court, where a judge ordered them to pay the family $4,500.
I think what hits
see?
me the most
I
is
love it.
it could have gone a lot differently.
Could have gone so
See?
much worse. A really calm young man and a really calm and respectful police officer.
I love it. And that's one thing that I have to agree with the newscasters. He did all the right thing. He was calm. He gave them all the information that they wanted. Nobody got hurt. It could have been a whole situation if he did get pulled over and they assumed that he was the one that stole the car. It could have ended badly. We've seen how things in the past have gotten, you know, crazy. But the fact that, you know, everything is proceeding like it should. But see, they had to sue them in order to get the money back from them. That's what's so crazy. You know what I mean? Like I said, if they did the right thing in the first place, we wouldn't be fucking here. But anyway, just be careful out there, guys. Make sure you check all the vehicles, hire a mechanic, and make sure everything is good. Do what you need to do to protect yourself. All right? I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, make sure to like, subscribe. All right?